Menu P on the Husqvarna Viking Designer EPIC 2 is called Specialty stitches. So there's something usually unique about this stitch. They're usually designed to work with some specialty feet. And if you'll notice, when I selected stitch number 1, these are CandleWicking stitches, and you notice a question mark at the foot. So if you touch the question mark, and not the foot, but the stitch, when you pick the stitch, it will tell you what that stitch is and what optional presser foot should be used for that stitch. So those are very tall stitches when they stitch themselves out. So you need a CandleWicking foot to really have room for those stitches not to pile up as it tries to go underneath a traditional foot. Now some of these other stitches, what about 16 here? 16, when you touch it, touch the question mark, touch stitch 16. This is to be used with the 3-hole yarn foot, and this is actually what I'm showing you here. And even though this looks like one solid piece, those were actually 3 strands of black yarn. It was all I had to really go with the colors of the Stitching Cosmos quilt. But look what I did is I utilized the stitch, and you can kind of see the little gray shadow of where the yarns are to be following for these stitches. These stitches are perfectly placed when there's 3 yarns. They are stitched so to hold it down and keep it beautiful. So have some fun with the 3-hole yarn couching foot and these specific stitches for that. There's also stitches that are here. They're actually grayed out. When you look at them, they're a little jiggy here. So those are used also with a very special foot. That is the 3D it's a 3D embellishment effect, and you use it with the yarn embellishment foot set. So that is something that it couches yarn down while it's stitching these stitches. So these stitches are meant to kind of catch the yarn as it goes down a hole, down a foot, and these all here are meant to be stitched that way. So if you ever stitch these out for your stitch book and you're wondering why they're kind of jiggy-jag, well, yep, they are. It's because you do want to use that particular foot. And it is a fun foot. Anytime we've done that with our Stitching Cosmos students, that is one that machines that have this capability usually end up purchasing it because you already have the stitches built in. There are some other stitches here too, so again, if you're questioning, just go ahead and touch them. This one is joining 2 pieces of fabric and requires the join and fold edging foot. So again, they can be used for just regular fun stitches, but they do have some purpose if you check out the question mark and the definition of what each of those specialty stitches are.